conflict plus conflict equals more conflict. I began to understand through the simple rules of arithmetic that more conflict equals more problems. But I took hope, because less conflict equals less problems. And now I thought maybe I was on to something. Hey, wait a minute. If conflict minus conflict, well, that equals not conflict, but the absence of conflict. And the absence of conflict is resolution. Huh. Now I got excited, you see. I wanted to get back in the game. I understood these rules now. I looked at things a little differently, and I was beginning to act a little differently, and so I decided to get back in the game. And of course, I went back on that road, and I was all charged up, and there it was again. My old nemesis, my foe. But this time I resolved it would be different. You see, this time I had been thinking differently and acting differently, and I began to think about power differently. I had had time to think, not as a lawyer, but as a scared little person, about power and the consuming human obsession with power, you know, getting it and having it and using it and keeping it. You know, this consuming human obsession that all too often engulfs us in conflict. I had time to think about power. And I had this thought, you know, maybe we want to get power out of the way. Well, maybe it's not about what we do to power. Maybe it's not about trying to do something to power. Maybe it's about doing something with power. But not with the power that is confronting you, with our own power, the thing that we can control. You see, we can do something with our power. They come to us because of carelessness. We must not be careless. They come to us driven by fear. We may be afraid, but we must not let fear drive us. They come to us in ignorance. They do not know, and we do not know, but together we can learn. They come to us blinded by hate. We keep our eyes open. They come to us consumed with need. We don't get consumed. And when we confront power, the most terrible, the raging inferno of power without right, we do not add to the conflagration. We take our power and we harness it with right and douse the flames. Because law is the bedrock foundation upon which civilization is built. And we as lawyers have a special role, a special task to use the law to serve the better parts of our nature, not the worst. And we have to do it for civilization's sake. What we have to do is civilize power. What a thought. Well, how do you do that? We've got to figure it out. We're here at the beginning of this century, and we have to figure it out. We have to figure it out because we have more power than we've ever had in the history of humankind. Our power and the level of our power over each other and over the planet has reached such toxic levels that it threatens the air, earth, and water in which life takes root. It threatens to destroy all existence. We have to figure it out, and we as lawyers have a special duty, a special task to help our fellow humans figure it out.